Hey, fellow gamers, it's Cozy Mel, and I'm here with another video for you on Palia. This morning, we are looking at a quest called Fit for a Watcher. Now, the importance of this quest is that this is how you are going to get to know the new NPC that just came to town. And her name is Subira. And she is from the Order. And the Order is the people that control the use of magic in Palia. And if we look at our UI, we can go to the quests. And under quests, Fit for a Watcher, it says the Order is sending a watcher to investigate strange happenings outside Kilima, and she'll be staying at the inn. So help Tish design and make some new furniture that both commemorates the occasion and lives up to Eshe's expectations. Okay, so we went to Tish, and Tish gave us these recipes and asked us to make one of each thing. Now, these recipes are not the least expensive in the world to make. You will, if you're a fairly new character, it'll be a little bit of a struggle, but if you go to your workbench, you can see just to make the desk, you would have to have 20 flow wood, and that means you cut down the glowing flow trees with other players to get the flow wood, and you would have to have the recipe for making flow planks, and that is sold to you by Eshe. He is your foraging teacher. And when you get to the correct level for that, and I don't remember what it is, 6, 7, something like that, in foraging and wood cutting, he sells you that recipe. And these are pallium bars, and you'd have to have 4 pallium bars. And by mining pallium has gotten extremely difficult in the game in the last 2 weeks. There used to be some specific spots in the world where you could go and you could just wait if you wanted to, and nodes would appear, and if they're rocks or iron, you mine them and they will reappear after some time, and they would be pallium the next time they appear, maybe, or whatnot. And you could gather up some pallium best with other people, share it, because you all get the same amount. That's all gone now, for some reason, and now pallium is scattered around Bahari Bay. There's none in Kilima, never was. So you have to go to Bahari Bay, and it's just it pops up in the regular iron nodes, at a very small percentage of the time. So it's difficult to get. So it's they do it that way to slow you down in the game. But if you've gotten far enough to where you are able to make, get some pallium and make pallium bars, which is a recipe that you have or purchased from Hodari when you get to a certain level. Then there's leather and light bulb. And so, those are things you would have at a much lower level, but the pallium and the flowwood are kind of higher level items. But I have spent, boy, a good week or so gathering up the flowwood and the pallium to have enough to make all 4 pieces. So up at the top right in my screen, you will see the quest Fit for a Watcher, and it has a green check mark, meaning I made all 4 pieces, and we can return to Tish. So we will go ahead and go find her. It just so happens that on the way to see Tish, I came across something very rare in Kilima, which is a flow tree. The flow trees, I don't know if you know about this, but you can force flow trees to grow by cutting down all the trees in a certain square. So you can just pick yourself out a square, maybe the whole top of one butte, or a large square down in a valley, where maybe there's 20 or 30 trees. Cut them all down. They'll grow back. Cut them all down again. They'll grow back. And you just do this with your friends until they come back as flow trees, and then cut them down with your friends, and you all get the same amount of flow wood. You can do it by yourself as well, but only kind of smaller trees, because the big ones like this one, in general, especially depending on how low level your axe is, these can take more than one player. to cut them down. And that's kind of the idea of the Debs, is that it's a community thing to do together. You don't have to officially get into a group with anyone. You can just put the word out on the actual chat that's normally over in your bottom left-hand corner of your screen. So you can put the word out on the chat that you have found a pallium tree. Does anybody want to come help you cut it down? And someone will put usually the letters OMW. And OMW means on my way. Now, this morning I looked and on my chat, and there's no one playing. It's kind of early in the morning, and no one is playing right now in my vicinity. So it probably would have taken quite some time to get somebody drug all the way over here to help cut that down. And I have an exquisite axe, so if I work really hard at it like I just did, I can go ahead and cut it down. And then I'm also going to do the choppa pile, which is just where you find, oh, trash or sometimes a quest or sometimes a gift, whatever the choppa puts in there. And I got a jolly choppa rug, and it's a funny thing. It's some kind of a little blip in the game, and I have gotten that same exact choppa rug every day. The entire, 15, 20 days that we have had the Christmas themed choppa piles going, or the festive choppa piles, I've gotten that exact same rug every single day. Now, everybody else, my daughter, my husband, they have gotten various things. They've maybe gotten a recipe for making mittens, or they might have gotten a pair of ice skates that you can hang up on the wall. Or they might have gotten rocks, 5 rocks, or 10 pieces of wood, or one wheat seed, you know, um, just random trash and junk, or random really great things like a recipe for how to make these beautiful baskets that you can hang in your house or something. I have not. I have not gotten any of those things. I have gotten the same exact chopper rug every single day. It's a little disheartening, but it is early in the morning, and we are looking for Tish, and she normally stands around outside and communes with nature until, oh, 9 or 10 in the morning, Palia time. And around then, she will wander over to the furniture store, and then you will find her in the furniture store. But right now, she is probably just getting up. Let's see if we can find Tish on the map. She may still be. Nope, there she is. Okay, so we can hopefully go meet her on the road. It looks like she's wandering off, possibly to go stand wherever it is that she likes to hang out and do her morning meditations. But we will see if we can catch up to her. I just keep, following the map until I see where she is. And there she is. So, good morning, Tish. And we're going to tell her that we have completed the furniture. And she says they're perfect. And she's never met anybody that's part of the order before. Of course, I have not. She says ancient humans did magic, and they fought over it, and they got hurt, and the Republic founded the order to take flow away, because it's better not to have any flow than for anyone to get hurt. And I say, I think taking it all away seems pretty strict. And, she says, well, you're telling me. I mean, I think she kind of agrees, but she says she has the order has their heart in the right place. So now we have earned 25 renown, and we have finished the furniture, and we've turned this all into Tish. She likes flowers. You can almost always give her a flower. So I'm going to go ahead and give her a flower. And then I'm going to ask her if Reth is doing okay, so that she'll tell me he's really stressed out by the things that Eshe wants her wants Reth to do. So, and then I chat with her because it helps my friendship level go up. And I'm trying to get at least one person in town to level 4 so that I can ask them to be my shep. Okay, so now her brother Reth, that's it for the furniture. So the furniture is now completed, but Reth is the cook in town, and she says that Reth has been ordered to make all the food for the party that will be welcoming Subira to town. So the sooner that Reth can get finished making all this food, the sooner that we will get to go to the party and meet Subira and kind of get on with the new quest lines that just came available to us, not in this past patch about the holidays, but the patch right before that. So we have found Reth on the map and caught up with him, and he couldn't find his soup ladle, so we have to tell him it's in his apron. And with the watcher coming, which is what he calls the inspector, um, he's telling us that he's had to do a lot of work for Eshe. And he's supposed to have oysters, mooge, and petty fives, a whole bunch of different things that he's not used to making. And he is asking us to help because he needs an extra pair of hands. And we're going to say, sure. So he's telling us that he needs to do a bunch of things to get ready, and he gives us a quest, and he gives us some recipes. And this is the kind of food that might be difficult to make on your own. So we can try it out, but if we can't do it on our own, we may have to get somebody from the community to help us. So anyway, um, we can chat with Reth before we go, just because, I'm always trying to get my friendship up with everybody, and whoever gets to level 4 first that I'm working on is going to be my chef. Okay, somebody else wants to talk to him, so lots of people are talking to him. I'm going to let him go. All right, so now we have received our final quest that we have to do before we get to meet Subira. And we'll have to look into whether or not we can cook these things. Okay, back home in our kitchen, I've been looking for the recipes, and I have found the first recipe. And it is one that you don't start at the stove, you start it at a prep station. And it's actually called Petty Fives, which I guess is a takeoff on Pettifours, but they have 5 sides apparently. So I guess that's why they're calling them that. But these require an apple or a blueberry. So I have things like sweet leaf, and I have some sugar, I have some milk, I have corn, that kind of stuff. But I don't have any apples or blueberries yet because I'm kind of a baby character, so haven't gotten to that point. And as far as I know, you cannot purchase apples or blueberries on the farm at the cash register or from Zeki's store at the cash register. And some people say, well, maybe you could ask for them. And if you go to the request menu and request item and push the plus sign, you will see that I can ask for an apple seed now because I just got my first apple seed yesterday. I got it from Zeki's Wondrous Machine, the bubblegum machine. So I got it quite early in the game, considering normally that's a very much end game item. But other than that, you can see that I have never had a blueberry. Therefore, I cannot ask for a blueberry. You can only ask someone to give you things that you have also found in the game yourself. So, say you caught a cutthroat trout and you ate it, it's all gone, you don't have any more. But you had it at one time. one time you caught one, it'll always be on your list after that, and you will always be able to ask for it. If you've never caught one yourself, you cannot ask for it. So I know people think, well, I don't have to wait until end game to have an apple seed to grow a tree because I'll just ask somebody to give me, like for instance, right now, I wish I had a blueberry seed. I would love to ask for a blueberry seed and it would be right here. Blueberry jam, the next thing would be blueberry seed. It would be right here in this spot if I was allowed to ask for one. I am not allowed to ask for one because I have never gotten one on my own. So until you've gotten one on your own with your own hot little hands, you can't ask for it as a gift. So we can't ask for apples and we can't ask for blueberries. Therefore, you know, we're kind of stuck on being able to make this recipe. However, you can probably, if you have a friend in the game that's playing, if you've made a friend while playing, if you know anyone else that's playing that's farther along than you and has apples and blueberries, they can help you cook it and you both get it. So you will go to the kitchen, you will cook it together. And when it's finished, you both get 3 servings of petty fives, even though you don't have any apples or blueberries. As long, it'll use your milk or your sugar or your flour, and your friend who brings apples and blueberries, it'll use their apple or blueberry. So you still have a way to cook these sooner. So we will check that out. I think that my husband does. And so when he gets home from work, we'll have to make a new video. And that'll be our next. So your order is served will be in our next video. As for this video, we learned about the furniture that we had to make, everything you had to have to make the furniture. We made the furniture. We went and turned it into Tish, and we completed that quest. So we are halfway there to getting to go to the party and meet Subira, the new character in the game. Okay, so if that helped you, I hope it did so that you understood how to do the furniture and get that done. And then we will do the cooking the next time we get together because I will have to have somebody from my community or my husband or my daughter or somebody come over and cook with me. And we will try to get that done in the next video. In the meantime, I hope you like and subscribe and ring that bell so that you know every time I load up a video. And I will see you in the next one.